Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. I hope you're doing well and welcome back to my October reset video. We are here once again to do my October reset video. I am a little bit all over the place, so grab a cup of tea, sit down, get comfy because this might be a very rambly vlog video thing as I try and get my words out. Not very well today because I got a headache and I want to get this video sorted because it is October 1st and I haven't done any of my goals or my habits or anything for the month, so I feel a bit chaotic. So until I've sat down with you guys and done it, I don't feel like I'll be level-headed going into the new month. But side note, I cannot believe we're in October already. I cannot wait for the end of the year, not gonna lie. I have exciting things next year and I just want them to happen. A little hint. So yeah, I'm ready for the last couple of months of the year, get them over and done with, try and live in the moment if I can, and just kind of like prepare myself for what I'm hoping to be a really incredible year next year. So yeah, cheers to that. Without any more rambling, let's head into what goals I set in September and whether I achieve them or not. Here we are at my homepage on Notion. As always, my monthly goals are down the side. My tea's in the way, let's bring it here. I'm now really hot. So my first goal I set in September was to work towards a full body push-up / do a number of incline push-ups. And I started the month really strong. When we go into like my monthly reflections, you'll kind of understand why I kind of fell off the bandwagon when it came to my goals. But unfortunately this goal was not completed. I did actually achieve getting into within the top 10 for 4 spin classes that I took this month. If we go to my workout tracker and we go to September, as you can see, I actually managed to record them. So on the 6th I got 10 out of 10, and then I improved and got 8 out of 10 on the 12th, and then I improved even more on the 19th and got 5 out of 10, and then I just about managed to come 10th in my class on the 22nd. So I did manage to complete 4 spin classes within the top 10 this month, which is really exciting. So I did tick that one off. Stop mindlessly scrolling on social media before 6:30 AM. I achieved this every single day. If you go to my habit tracker on my phone, I completed it as the pink one. I completed it every single day. I could, if I wanted to, up this, but I know that by 6:30 I am ready for work. I have breakfast, I get in my car and I go to work, and sometimes I like scrolling on social media while I'm eating my breakfast before I go to work. So I don't want to increase it because I know that one's not kind of really viable. But the fact that I've cut that habit out and I'm no longer scrolling on my phone as soon as I wake up, I'm really proud of myself. So I can tick this one off, and I'm not going to have it as a habit or a goal for next month, but I'm just really glad that I've managed to like kick that habit to the curb and I don't need to really think about it anymore. I just know that I'm not going to go on my phone before 6:30 in the morning anymore. So my next goal is no bad snacks during the week. I need to stop setting myself this goal because I never ever achieve it. I eat so kind of like intuitively, and I eat so kind of like, I eat mindfully anyway, and the majority of the time I eat really well. I have a hearty breakfast, I eat a sandwich every day for lunch, and I have like a really healthy home cooked meal pretty much 99% of the time for dinner. So the only kind of like real issue I have with my eating habits is what I kind of tend to snack on. And most of the time it's good. Sometimes it's not so good. And you know what? That's life. And I only tend to eat badly or not so healthily when I'm stressed or when I'm kind of, things are out of my control and I need some like comfort. So yeah, it's not the best thing, but you know what? I'm human. It's not always going to be perfect. My life isn't perfect. So no, I didn't complete this goal, and no, I'm not going to continue creating this goal because I always fail at it, and there's no point just constantly having to fail at a goal. So that's that one. The next one was to read my entire TBR for the month of September, which I have already ticked off because I did it. I think I set myself 6 books, read every single one of them, and read 3 extras. I read a total of 9 books in September. If you want to know what books I read, then my September wrap up will be coming at the later on this week, maybe next week, I'm not too sure, but it's coming out soon, so make sure you keep your eyes out for that one. Scrapbook at least twice a week. Once again, I started strong with this one, and then a very special delivery as my 2024 reading journal arrived, and I've been setting that one up instead. So scrapbooking kind of fell to the wayside. However, in the month of September, I actually set up a whole new goals tracker. This is a template from Notion, created them themselves, and I've completely customized it. And I set myself a goal of finishing my 2023 scrapbook. And then within that goal, I have subtasks, and I've titled them like month by month. So scrapbook July events, scrapbook August events, etc, etc. And I'm technically on track if I want to finish my scrapbook by the end of the year. And I just need to make sure my July events are done by October. So I'm on track with that. So yes, I didn't scrapbook I didn't scrapbook twice a week this month, but I did scrapbook enough to keep on top of my scrapbooking goal to finish my entire scrapbook by the end of the year. So I'm gonna tick that one off because I actually think I have kind of semi-achieved it. Take one picture every single day for the month. I started off really strong with this one, but I kind of got to the point where I was just taking pictures for the sake of taking pictures, and I didn't really need to take a picture of that certain thing that I was taking a picture of. So I haven't done it. And I do want to capture memories, but sometimes there's nothing to capture, and that's absolutely fine. Sometimes you are just having a chill evening on the sofa and you don't need to take a picture of your feet, because at the end of the day, I'm just going to delete that picture in a month's time anyway. So like, what's the point? So I tried this goal, it didn't really work out, but that's fine. Once again, it's one of those things where I'm not going to set any more goals surrounding like capturing memories or capturing moments, because they're going to happen when they happen, and life is life. Can you tell how chill I'm taking it? I'm just so done with September. I'm ready to move on to a new month, and I'll explain why in the next segment. And my final goal for the month of September was to create fun B-roll for once every week for my weekly vlog, and I think I actually did that. I created a whole new vlog concept where I let a random wheel decide how long I read for each day, and that kind of really allowed me to be more creative with my weekly reading vlogs again. So I'm going to tick that one off as a success. So yay for me. So those are all my September goals. I didn't do too badly. 5 out of 8 is over 50% of my goals completed, and I had a really kind of rough September, so I'm very, very grateful for that. I'm not gonna lie, I managed to achieve most of them anyway. So why did I have a really, really rough September? I just had a lot of things in my life go out of my control in the month of September, and I just really struggled kind of mentally to not put stress on myself. I found September to be a really stressful month for me. At the beginning of the month, this long story short, I had my car service and it went absolutely fine, as always, as it usually does. I've had my car for 9 years now, so it's getting old. It's 11 years old. I got it when it was a couple of years second hand, so it's getting old. And the car service went absolutely fine, as it does every single year. And then a week later, the check engine light came on and I was stressed. I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I took it to a garage just about. It was chugging quite a lot in third gear, and I was like, this doesn't sound great. I started panicking. I was gonna have to find money to buy a new car or finance a new car, and it just wasn't all that great. And then they managed to fix it. They said they just had to clean some injectors and it was absolutely fine. It was running all fine. So a week passed and it was running fine. It was great. A week later, my check engine light came on again, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I went to a different garage this time to try and see if they found something different wrong with the car, and once again they said it was my injectors. They cleaned them out. So I went home, it was running fine, and then no longer has the check engine light come on, but it chugs when it gets to high speeds, and I just don't feel very safe in my car at the minute, and it's causing me a lot of anxiety and stress around it, because I'm like, I don't have the money to buy a new car right now. I don't have the money to PCP a new car. I really need this car to last me at least another year until this Disney trip is paid for and saved for, and I have a bit more of like spare money basically. So that has massively been stressing me out and put a massive kind of strain on my goals and just kind of like my own mental health and my own like mental well-being and mental space in my mind. So it hasn't been a great month in terms of that. There were some massive highlights as well in the month of September. I got a job promotion. I spent some time with family and friends. We booked our flights to Disney for next year, which makes me so excited. Bake Off and Strictly are back. Like, there was loads of things, like small little moments in September that really kind of made me smile and made me really, really happy. But like, my car has caused me so much stress, so much so that there's a wasp outside my window. So much so that the last week and a half I haven't worked out, just because I needed to kind of just step back from my goals and my habits and just everything, and just kind of like focus on the day-to-day and just get through every single drive to work without breaking down, because it was causing me so much stress, and I'm still stressed about it. I have my car booked into the garage again, so hopefully they can fix it properly this time. I don't know what's going on with it. I'm not a car geek, but I know something is wrong. When you drive your own car, you know when it's running well and when it isn't, and my car is currently not running well. So yeah, that is still causing me a little bit of stress and anxiety, and I'm worried going into October what that might mean financially for me. So there's a lot of kind of like going on in my brain right now, which is not great. So I'm gonna take it chill with this month in October with my goals and my habits. I'm just gonna really focus, strip it down to the basics, and just focus on me again. And I know that's kind of what I do every month, but I'm really stripping it back. I'm even going to adapt my habit tracker that I have on my phone that I showed you guys last month, and I'm going to set very, very, very small minimal goals, and my habits are just going to be back to basics. So what areas didn't work well for me in September and which ones did? There's the next segment. So the 3 goals I didn't really complete, like I mentioned before, was no bad snacks, taking a picture every day, and scrapbooking twice a week, Do I align with those goals anymore? I don't think I align with the no bad snacks during the week. I just think it's too restrictive, and like I said, I want to be a bit more intuitive, listening to my body and just kind of eating what I feel like I need to eat in that moment and be absolutely fine, and try and be a bit less kind of cruel on myself and try not to punish myself for eating those like chocolate croissants and that chocolate bar here and there when I just feel like I need it to cheer myself up. I know food shouldn't be a comfort, but it kind of is in these stressful sort of times. Taking a picture every day worked well, and I do think I need to get back on the habit of doing Be Real, because I do love those in moment kind of quick snapshots of what's going on. But I feel like they're so repetitive because they're either like when I'm in the office or when I'm sitting at home. Basically, my life is very boring, and the Be Reals always go off when I'm either reading or at work. But then, to be fair, that is my entire life. So yeah, I would love to get back into Be Real and kind of take pictures every day, just kind of like quick snapshots, but taking a picture every day just for the sake of taking a picture every day just wasn't really kind of like working. So I no longer align with that goal anymore, so not completing it I don't feel too bad about. And then obviously the last one I didn't complete technically was scrapbooking twice a week. I didn't do the twice a week thing, but I did scrapbook, and I have got up to date with where I need to be right now to complete the goal by the end of the year, like I said before. So technically I have completed it, but not completed it to the point of how specific it was when I set that goal. So what areas would I like to focus on this month to set my goals around? I really need to refocus on my water intake. Ever since I got my new water bottle, 950 millilitres, and I thought, oh my god, this is gonna make me drink so much more, because my old bottle was 750 and I was filling it up constantly. I was doing like easily 3 bottles a day, and I was like, I need something bigger so I don't have to fill it up as often. But it's made me fill it up less. I sometimes rarely actually finish 1 bottle of this, and I don't really know where my mental headspace is at when it comes to drinking water from this bottle, but I'm not doing a very good job at my water intake at the minute. So drinking 3 bottles of water a day is just not happening. So I need to readjust that goal. I'm going to strip it back, 2 bottles of water. We are also heading into winter, so I'm drinking more cups of tea and less cold water. So I count that still as hydrating, because I don't tend to drink anything other than kind of hydrating drinks, which is water and tea. So if I drink tea instead of water, as long as it's in balance, I'm okay with. So I'm going to strip my goal back down. I'm going to do 2 litres of water a day, which is 2 of these bottles, and then whatever tea I want to drink, I can drink. Because I just need to get back on track with drinking more, because I can tell in my skin it's just not as healthy as it used to be when I was drinking 3 litres a day. So yeah, I need to get back on my water intake. My next goal that I would like to try and align with myself with this month is my step count. I was really good at doing lunchtime walks, weekend walks with Mark when the weather was nicer in the summer, although we didn't really have a summer, but when the days were nicer. And I've just fallen off that bandwagon again. I'm not focusing on my step count, and it's not the end of the world. I even saw an article the other, like a week or so ago, that some guy just made up the 10,000 steps a day thing, and everyone started following it, and it doesn't actually make any difference. As long as you get about 5,000 steps a day, you're good. So what I might do is cut my step goal down again. I'm really stripping down to basics this month. I really just need to get back on track with the goals that really align with me. So I'm going to strip my goal back down on my habit tracker app to 5,000 steps a day rather than 7,500, just to try and make that goal more achievable for me, because I'm barely reaching 5,000 steps a day at the minute, just because I'm not getting outside, not getting fresh air. And I do think getting outside and getting fresh air will actually help with me mentally as well, just to like some clarity, mental clarity. Just getting some fresh air will massively help as well. And especially now that it's cooler, you could kind of wrap up warm and put a coat and a scarf on and just kind of like be nice and cozy. So I definitely kind of want to focus on those. I think those 2 are like the main things I really want to focus on in the month of October. So now that we've done the reflecting, I'm going to go away, create actual goals. I'll tell them to you guys, and then we'll create my habits around those goals. See, I've really stripped it down. Wake up at 5 AM, move my body, stretch, 2 bottles of water, cranberry juice, outdoor walk, scrapbook. That's all I'm going to be tracking in the month of October when it comes to my physical bullet journal. And the habit tracker on my phone, all I have is movement, water intake, which I've edited to 2,000 millilitres, which is just the 2 bottles that I've talked about. I still have my pour and drink cranberry juice goal. My steps have gone down to 5,000 instead of 7,500, which will be more kind of manageable for me right now. Getting fresh air still will count as like my outdoor walks and stuff. Journaling, I need to actually edit to 3 times a week, so I'm going to down that just so I'm not as stressed about journaling, because journaling should be something that is kind of like in the moment and not kind of worth stressing about, because if I journal, I journal, if I don't, I don't. So I'm going to bump that down to 3, which I'll actually do with you. So I need to go here, go to manage habit, go to journal, go to edit, and edit that down to 3. Done. Complete. Yeah, so now it's down to 3, and I'll say I've journaled today because I've done my monthly reflection, so I could actually tick that, and I've done journaling for the week. Yay! Get a little week flame. I haven't stretched at all this week, which is bad. I need to focus on that this month as well, so I might make that a goal. And flossing might become very, very important soon, so I'm going to keep that on there just in case. So to wrap up this video, let's go through my October goals. I have lunchtime walks to get more fresh air. I'm not going to track this, I'm just going to do it as I feel like it, but hopefully it will help my mental clarity, so I'm hoping I can do this quite often in the month of October, and it'll be really pretty to go for walks in the autumn as well. Hopefully I can drag Mark along on some of those as well. My next one is to hydrate, so to drink 2 bottles of my 950 a day. That water bottle in the background there. Hopefully I can do that. I used to drink 3. It's just that now it's getting to the colder month. It's harder for me to drink cold water out of an insulated flask, and I kind of gravitate more to cups of tea. So I'm just kind of like being a bit more, not lenient with myself, but more kind of like realistic. I know that it's going to be harder for me to drink 3 litres of water in the colder months, so as long as I drink 2, I'll be happy. The next one is to do 5,000 steps a day. Like I said earlier in this video, the 10,000 steps a day thing is apparently a myth, and 5,000 is just enough, so I'm going to be lenient on myself, be a bit more realistic, and I do an office job. I sit down from 8 till 5. I drive an hour to and from work. Most days there isn't time to get the 7,500 steps in a day, not let alone 10k steps a day. So I'm going down to 5. If I do more, fantastic. If I don't, there's no pressure on myself. So yeah, that's that one. The next one is to journal 3 times a week to help once again on mental clarity and kind of just allow myself to get a lot of things off my chest. So that's definitely one I'm going to try and continue. I've definitely slacked a little bit of my journaling. I used to absolutely journal like every single day because I found a love for it, and I've kind of fallen out of love with it. So I need to get that back because it does massively help me, and I like looking back on them. So yeah, definitely need to get back on the train with that one. And the next one is a fun one that I know I'm going to do, and that's complete Magical Hopathon round 3, which is my readathon coming in a couple of weeks now. We're officially in October. That's so exciting. I should probably publish that on social media somewhere, that it's officially the month of the Magical Hopathon. And then my last one is to scrapbook my Wales trip, which is the July events that I spoke through earlier in this video. So as long as I get that scrapbooked in the month of October, I'll be a very, very happy bunny. So yes, those are all my goals for the month of October. Like I said, very laid back, very kind of realistic, very chilled, and then hopefully I can start kind of incorporating more unique ones in the coming months once I've got my life back on track, and hopefully my car sorted, because it is crazy the amount of stress that it's causing me right now, that I just needed a month to kind of breathe and get back on track with things. So yes, if you like this video, make sure you give it a massive thumbs up and subscribe down below to see future content from me. I usually do anything from monthly TBRs, monthly wrap-ups, weekly reading vlogs, and any other bookish content that you can think of. I do it on this channel, and I sometimes sprinkle in some lifestyle content like this one you're watching, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future content. And without further ado, I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.